was now the occupant of the throne. Her twin was now His Majesty King Andreus, guardian of light, keeper of virtues. And she was nothing. She was outside of the confines of the walls that surrounded Garden City and the Palace of Winds, but she was still not free. Not the way she had once dreamed. Instead, she could feel the pull of the walls and the people inside them growing with each mile she put between them, calling her back to face the darkness, calling her back to bring them the truth. "What did you say, Princess?" Larkin called. "I said that Eric should call him Garrett." Carys tugged on her reins, bringing her trembling mount to a halt. "Titles command attention. People, especially commoners, notice them for fear of the consequences if they don't. I can't risk word getting back to the Palace of Winds that there are nobles traveling the roads with a mysterious girl. No one must know I'm alive." No one. Not until she discovered who in Garden City had killed her father and older brother, and was plotting against Andreas at this very moment. She shouldn't care about Eden or her brother anymore. She knew it marked her as weak that she did. Her twin had tried to kill her. He intended for her to die, and probably celebrated now that he thought she had breathed her last. She hated him for that. She wanted the gods to strike him down for turning against her, against the trust they had forged in the womb, and still... Carys pulled her cloak tight as Eric and Garrett brought their horses to a stop. Larkin struggled to bring her own mount under control. The mare bucked and pranced before finally coming to a halt 15 feet away from the others. As someone who typically rode in the cart alongside her father on trips, Larkin never had need to learn how to do much more than sit a horse. Carys would have to teach her childhood friend that she had to take control if she wanted the horse to follow commands, just as Carys would have to take control now. Her brother had weakened her body and soul. She had no choice but to follow Eric and Garrett away from the Palace of Winds if she wanted to stay alive and gain the power to return. Now, the tears of midnight she'd relied on for so many years were almost purged from her body. Her body was still pained and weary, but she would be stronger than before when she saw her brother again. She would be free of the drug's cursed withdrawal. She would do whatever it took to make that so. "I am sorry, Your High..." Eric stopped himself. He shook his head, causing the gray hood to slide off and down his back. His dark hair fluttered. He gave a slight smile that warmed his rich brown eyes. "Carys, you were right then and you are correct now. You are not only in danger from those in Garden City, but from the company you keep until you return. Any threat to that safety must be swiftly dealt with." "I am not a threat to... Carys," Garrett snapped. His red hair gleamed in the dying light of the sun. "If I were, do you think I would be here with you now, trying to help her get away from my uncle and the rest of the Council of Elders? I could have remained in the Palace of Winds and helped my uncle to gain more power, or gone home to take my place as High Lord of Besog. Instead, I'm risking my title, my lands, and my life out here in the cold on this nearly crippled horse." "If you'd like to go back to Garden City, I won't stop you," Eric said with a laugh. "But I will insist you leave your much-maligned steed. And leave Carys with you. I have waited too long and worked too hard to leave her in the hands of someone." "Quiet!" The word echoed through the trees. Carys's cloak billowed. Another branch snapped in the wind. Her mount danced anxiously, and she yanked on the reins. "I'm sorry, Your... Carys." Eric's eyes caught hers and held them. "It was not my intent to upset you. I know you aren't feeling well." "I'm fine." Her head rang. Her back throbbed from the lash marks that had yet to heal. More than anything, she wanted to find a place to curl up and wait for the pain to end, both inside and out. "I would be better if you stopped bickering like children." And if the whispering at the edge of her thoughts would stop. The whispers compelled her to listen, but spoke no discernible message. It pushed at her mind as her frustration built. She felt as if she were going crazy. Seers talked of calling the wind, of having the power to bend the air to their purpose, to travel on...